will my PC be able to handle it? The system requirements for Monster Hunter Wilds are super detailed. Minimum specs include an Intel Core i5-10400, i3-12100 or a Ryzen 5 3600, paired with 16GB of memory, and a GTX 1660, RX 5500 XT or any half-decent GPU with at least 6GB of VRAM. Expect the game to run at less than 30 FPS with low graphics settings at 720 or 1080p if you enable upscaling. Gross. To max things out on ultra graphic settings, you'll need to invest in a high-end PC with Intel Core i5-11600K or i5-12400 paired with 16GB of memory. Or, if you're Team Red, an AMD Ryzen 7 5800X or Ryzen 7 7700 will do the trick. Graphics-wise, you need a whopping 12GB of VRAM or 16GB if using the optional high-res texture pack DLC. Ideally, a GeForce RTX 4070 Ti Super or Radeon RX 7800 XT and above. With upscaling and frame generation enabled, you should get 60 FPS at 4K with ultra graphic settings. As with most modern titles, you will need an SSD no matter what settings you choose to play on. Now we've gone over the requirements, let's move on to some of the best PCs to play. The affordable pick is the OC UK Gaming Graphite. This PC is available for £1,199.99 and is part of the pre-built range, meaning it's available next day. With an Intel Core i7-12700KF, 16GB of memory and RTX 4060 Ti, it meets the requirements for 1440p in high graphics settings. The 1TB M.2 SSD has plenty of space to install Monster Hunter, and the 240mm air cooler with RGB ensures your components stay cool in the heat of the battle. To max things out and play at ultra in 4K, with the high-res texture packs, it's best to invest in a PC like the OC UK Gaming Condor. This AMD-equipped powerhouse comes with the Ryzen 7 7800 X3D, 32GB of memory and RX 7900 XTX with 24GB of VRAM as standard, plus a 360mm AIO cooler with attractive RGB case. The base spec comes in at just under £2,500. Despite the intense requirements needed to run this game, I am obsessed. What I really appreciate is the attention to detail in the art direction and beautifully disgusting monsters.